guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today I have another reading vlog for you, so stay tuned. So if you're wondering what's going on with my hair, you should definitely check out last week's vlog because, well, I let Instagram control my week and this is something that happened. It was a fun week. You should go check it out. But I have some stuff to show you. So first, before I get into my reading, I was sent this package and I want to share it with you. Okay, it was very well packaged in there. This big box and all that padding for this little box here. So this company reached out to me and asked if they could send me this little smartwatch so I could show it off to you guys and review it and see what I think. And it comes in this little package. It says AMATAGE Smartwatches specially designed for women. And comes in this pretty pink box here. So apparently this does like your heart rate, your blood pressure. There's a sport mode. There's an alarm. It'll also tell you when you've been sitting for too long, which I do often. I guess your distance, some kind of WeChart sport thing. It monitors your sleep, counts your steps. There's an anti-loss thing, which that's pretty cool. Your calories, WeChat remind, QQ remind. I don't know what that is. Fine band and camera. And I saw it also like controls your music. So opening this up, it looks like so. We have that. And it comes with two different bands. Okay, let me peel a little sticker off the front here. So it comes with two different bands. So one is this pretty gold band here. If I can get it to focus. Anyway, pretty gold band. And then there's also this red leather band here. And I think that you can actually make different faces on it. Let's see what else we have. Okay, there's a little charging cable. Holy moly, the instructions for this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so the instructions come in like 6 different languages and that's why there's so many. But I just discovered something really cool about this. The band, like this gold band, it's adjustable. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Here, let me put it on backwards so you can see how it actually goes. So this little part right here, it's magnetic, so you just get it to the size you want it at and it attaches. That is really cool. So literally you could have it, if you have a really big wrist, you could have it as large as this. Or, you know, if you have a teeny tiny wrist, you can make it nice and small. I particularly like the gold strap. I think it's gonna be like a good everyday kind of wear, but I think, and also for dressing up, but I think maybe the leather one might be better for working out. Let's try turning it on. I don't know if it comes charged or not. Okay, I don't think it comes charged, so we'll just charge this up and I will show you more about it tomorrow. But it is really pretty and I can't wait to try it out. Okay, so if you watched last week's vlog, you know I read a lot last week. It is currently Tuesday and I haven't read anything so far this week. I'm still at the exact same spot I was at where I ended last week's vlog. I'm currently reading The Iron King by Julie Kagwa. And I'm on page 182 of this, and I'm currently listening to Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I did actually listen to just a tiny bit more today, not a whole lot, so I'm probably around like page 300, something like that. But that is it as far as my reading goes. And I kind of want to do this readathon. I literally just learned about like yesterday. It's called the 1,000 Doors Readathon, and there's like multiple hosts, and you just click on one of them and they give you like your first clue, and so then you go and you read a book based on that clue, and then from there they'll ask you a question or something to determine what your next clue is going to be. I think it sounds like fun, so I'm going to try to incorporate that along with Believathon, because I am still doing Believathon, and it's currently, the little Believathon thing is currently sitting under my tripod right now. So okay, let me pull up this video. Okay, so if I'm able to put the video up that I'm watching, I will link it, or I'll put it right here, and I will link the announcement video in the description. Now there are like 3 different hosts, or 4. We have Drinking by My Shelf, Meg with Books, T-Books, and Tasman, and I think there was one more. Okay, I'm just going to click on T-Books and Tasman. Okay, the announcement video is not the one to watch to start this. We have to go to prompt 1. So I will just click on T-Books and Tasman for prompt 1. Ooh, spooky.
Hello everybody, my name is Tasman May from the channel T-Books and Tasman, and welcome to the first ever 1,000 Doors Readathon. I hope you're all excited. I am so excited. Myself, Emma and Meg have been planning this for a very, very long time, so the fact that we're finally getting going is just... I'll have all of the T's and C's linked down below in terms of giveaways. Our Twitter account is also tagged down below. Quick reminder that you should go and watch Emma and Meg's introductory videos as well, because all 3 of us are doing different prompts, and then at the end of our videos, depending on what you thought of that first book that you read, will take you through other doors to other videos. Let's get into the first prompt then, shall we? So, my first prompt for you is to read a book that feels like the TV show Breaking Bad. Now you can interpret this in any way that you like. It could be the themes of drugs, it could be the family aspect with Walter and his wife and their children, it could be the teacher-student, mentor-mentee relationship between Jesse and Walter themselves. You could take it down the cop route of Walter's brother-in-law. You can interpret it however you like. I don't know what I'm going to be reading yet. I don't even know if I'm going to be choosing this prompt. I might choose Emma or Meg's. Remember that you do not need to buy books. You can interpret these prompts to fit anything that you already own. And remember, if you do choose this prompt, to come back.
Okay, so we can watch each of their first prompts, and they're all different. So her prompt is Breaking Bad, so I don't know what I'll do for that one. Let's check out Drinking by My Shelf.
And we're off! The 1,000 Doors Readathon is officially underway. If you've got no idea what I'm talking about, I will link my original announcement video in the description box below, so you can go and check out what this is all about. But if you're here to take part in the readathon, you are in the right place. Quick reminder of the format: in every video you will be given a prompt. Bookmark the video, go away and read your book, or DNF it. DNFing is completely allowed, if not encouraged, in this readathon. So when you're done with that book, come back to the video you were on and watch the second half, where you will be asked a question about your experience of reading that book. And based on how you answer, you can click on one of 4 or some different number of doors and go through to get your next prompt. There are 3 places you can start, because there are 3 hosts: myself, Meg with Books, and T-Books and Tasman. I will link to all of their starting videos below, so you can watch all 3 and choose which prompt you like best, and that's where you'll get started with, and then you will go off on your own journey, and who knows where you'll end up. Okay, all of the admin out of the way, let's start the readathon itself. Are you ready for your first prompt? Your first prompt for the 1,000 Doors Readathon is 5. And you can interpret this however you would like. So maybe you want to read a 5-star prediction from your TBR shelf. It could be a book that is number 5 in a series, or maybe any book from a series that has 5 books. It could literally be the book The 5 by Hallie Rubenhold if you want to go down that route, or any book with the word 5 in the title. I've got on my bookshelf here The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. You could read that. You could reread a book that you read when you were 5, or maybe you could read a book that got recommended from a BookTube top 5 video, like this one by Arena Reads, for example. I'll link to it below if you want any of her suggestions. It could be a book with 5 chapters, a book with 5 pages, a book that you've already read 5 times. Get creative. Your prompt is 5. Now, I want you to bookmark this video and come back when you finish.
Okay, so now let's check out the other one, Meg's. What's her first prompt?
So, the first doors have opened. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan if you are new here, and welcome to the first prompt of the 1000 Doors Readathon. Most of you probably already know what's going on if you clicked on this video, but this is a readathon starting right now, which is essentially a choose your own adventure readathon. Your next prompt is based on what you think of the book you choose for the prompt in this video, and so on and so on. So everyone will have this magically different path and receive different prompts to one another, and it is completely unpredictable, and I'm so looking forward to hosting it this week with you guys. I'm so excited. If you want to remind yourself of any of the kind of key important information regarding prizes and stuff like that, that is all down in the description down below. There are 3 starting prompts, so myself, Emma and Tasman, who are my co-hosts for this, we're all putting an initial prompt out, and you can choose from any of these 3. So either you can just decide that this video is the one you're starting with, or you can go watch the other 2, decide which prompt you like best, and then start from there. And each of us 3 have kind of themed the prompts that we'll be giving throughout this journey in a really kind of special and unique way. And so mine is going to be memes. Could it be anything else? So basically I'm going to show you a meme and you have to pick a book that fits the vibe of that meme, however you interpret that. This is completely open to interpretation. After I've given you the meme, which is your prompt, you can basically either just click off if you know what book you want to read for it already, or I'm going to give you some suggestions as to how you could interpret the meme. And the ways that I give, I'm by no means like the only ways you can interpret it. It's just me trying to give you a bit of a help if like you don't know quite how to interpret it, or you just want some ideas. Without further ado, shall we just see the first prompt? I think we should. Okay, so your first prompt is this.
That's history.
Queen Whitney herself said, that's history. And I think the first kind of obvious interpretation of this prompt is to read a historical book. I personally think that anything up until the 2000s can be classed as historical fiction if you want it to be. So you've got a very wide range of books to choose from here. A few that I would recommend are The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, Daisy Jones and the Six, and Stalking Jack the Ripper. I think are all really, really good choices for some historical fiction that I think would be good for readathons. They're all quite kind of quick reads. Also any fantasy books that are inspired by an historical setting, which is most fantasy books. Most fantasy books are inspired by a historical setting. A few are kind of like futuristic settings, but let's be honest, most fantasy books are kind of like set in the past somewhat. They would totally work for this prompt. So there's a really wide range of books there you could go for. Also, in this video, Whitney is referring to something being so influential that it's history. So I think for this prompt, it would also work if you wanted to choose something that is seen as the pinnacle of its genre, is a really popular book that everyone seems to have read, and is seen as really influential in its field. So something that springs to mind for this, even though I haven't read it yet, I may choose it for this prompt, is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. So this is something that everyone sees as really influential in YA fantasy. Everyone seems to have read it. Arguably Six of Crows is now kind of like BookTube history. So any book that you think maybe was really popular on BookTube, maybe won something in the Goodreads Choice Awards, maybe has won a literary award, anything that's got that kind of influence in the book world, I think would also count for this prompt. Of course, you can interpret it however you want. It doesn't have to be something like that. Now, you gotta go away and read your book. I hope you enjoy it, and come back here when you've finished it, and you will see the end screen, which will have 4 choices to take you on.
Okay, so I need to either go with Taz's, which was Breaking Bad, Emma's, which was 5, or Meg's, which is the Whitney Houston meme. So, I wonder if either of these have 5 books in their series. Let me look on Goodreads. Okay, this one has at least 6 books in the series, so that one won't work. Let's see about the Iron King. Okay, this one's got at least 8 in its series, so neither of these will work for that prompt. Okay, let's go over to my stack of books and see what we can come up with. Okay, I have a Xander here too.
Okay, you're all on my face.
So I have like a couple of stacks of books here that I'd like to try to read this month. So let's see. The next Believathon book I was going to read is Thresholds. I don't think this will work for any of those prompts. Ooh, I got one. The Fifth Wave. It's got the number 5. This will work. Perfect. Yay. So that is the one that I'm going to be doing first for the 1,000 Doors Readathon. So for now, I guess I'm going to work on the books that I already have. I think I can get the audiobook for the Fifth Wave. So once I finish listening to Falling Kingdoms, I can listen to this, and that will complete my first challenge for the 1,000 Doors Readathon. And then once I finish the Iron King, I can read Thresholds, which is my next book for Believathon 3. Okay, I'm gonna go for now. I may try to get a little bit of reading done before I go to bed. I'll read some more of the Iron King and charge up that watch, and I will talk to you tomorrow. So yesterday I said that I was going to sit and read the Iron King, but I didn't. I ended up getting on IKEA, and yeah, I kind of got stuck in like an IKEA time warp where I started looking at Billy bookshelves, and the next thing I knew, hours had passed. Because I had been doing, like, I just went through all kinds of stuff shopping on IKEA. I didn't actually buy anything, but I ended up like planning out this whole like redecorating of my library that I'd like to do at some point. Today I had an appointment with my chiropractor, and I listened to a little bit more of Falling Kingdoms. I'm not entirely sure where I'm at this point. Last I checked, I was around page 331. I'm gonna guess that I'm like probably around page 400. I'm getting really close to the end, and then I can start the Fifth Wave. I also got, let me make sure I've got addresses covered up, a little bit of book mail. So this was a book that I pre-ordered. It's Riverdale, The Poison Pen by Caleb Roerig. This is the 5th book in the series. However, Caleb didn't write the other 4 books. That was by Nicole Osto. This is the first book, The Day Before. And this is just like a Riverdale kind of thing. It says it's based on the show on CW. This first book here explores what the gang was doing before season 1 of the show. And I'm not sure why, but the author wrote the first 4 books, and then for some reason wasn't able to write the 5th and final book, and they asked Caleb to write it, and I wanted to support Caleb. So I bought this, I pre-ordered this one, but because of that I needed the rest of the books to be able to read his. So I now have all 5 books. I also got the watch charged up last night, and I've been wearing it today, and I wore it last night, and I thought I would show you some of what I've figured out anyway. Hold on, let me like readjust my camera and flip it around so you can actually see the watch. So showing this on my wrist was not working out very well, so I thought I'd show it here. See if it's gonna focus. So there are different faces, but I don't know that I can get it to focus on what the face looks like. Okay, so we have this face. And then you can like swipe over. This shows steps, heartbeat, blood pressure, your sleep. So apparently I only slept like 7 hours and 34 minutes last night. You can click on sports and like there's different things. So there's running, climbing, walking, riding, football, basketball, ping pong, badminton, and swimming. Oh, there's also an app that goes along with it that I haven't really checked out too much. This is for messages, but I don't know what yet. If you can you hear that? Hold on. That is if you can't find your phone, like you set it down somewhere, there is a little thing here for search. And it rings your phone, which is pretty cute. Then we have a stopwatch here. And let's see. These are the different faces you could get. So you have that one, which is like a flower. See if I click on it. This one, it's a pretty red. This one is, which is the one I've been using. It looks like there's stones around it, like crystals. And then there's this one with like butterflies and a flower. Oh, and it's like a digital clock, which I just realized is 24-hour time. And then the last one, it almost looks like Elsa. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Anyway, that's what it looks like. And I think that's all. This one's settings. This is for you to like scan your QR code on your phone to get the app. Let me grab my phone and we can look at the app. Okay, so here is the app. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's called F-Fit. It looks like it's synchronizing right now. Okay. Apparently there's new firmware to upgrade. Okay, looks like that upgrade is complete, whatever it was. So here it shows like the steps. Oh. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to the steps. It shows I had 39% deep sleep, 61% light sleep. My blood pressure. That's really all I see here. It did have my steps. I'm not sure what happened to those, but... Oh, so there are different things here. I'm going to change this. It's like automatically set to like light the screen when you raise your wrist, and I can tell you last night it was just constantly lighting up. I thought I saw on it that there's a way to control your camera, and I thought there's a way to control your music, but I'll have to like look into that later. I haven't figured that out yet. Probably somewhere in the tons of instructions. But for now, I'm going to, I think, spend the rest of the day reading. I've already edited a video, and I'll just upload it tomorrow. But I need to get some reading done this week because I haven't really done any. So I'm going to do that. And I will talk to you later. So it's been a minute since I've checked in with you, so I thought I should catch you up. So on Thursday, I finished listening to Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. This is like, in my opinion, like the YA version of Game of Thrones. There's like 3 different kingdoms and they're all kind of battling for control, and there's some magic and princes and princesses, and yeah, they're just kind of trying to get control of the magic and trying to get control of the land. I give this 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I am looking forward to continuing the series. One thing I can say about that though is that it's a little hard to follow listening to the audio, but because there are so many different characters, that was a lot of the problem I faced with Game of Thrones as well. Then yesterday I finished The Iron King by Julia Kagawa, and I really enjoyed this. I give this 4 stars. It's about a girl who, her father disappears pretty much right in front of her at the age of 6, and her family ends up moving away. Odd things start happening, and something very strange happens with her younger brother. And turns out her younger brother has been replaced with a changeling, and the person that she thinks is her best friend just so happens to be this ancient fairy that's been kind of protecting her, because turns out she is like a fairy princess, and her brother has been stolen by one of the fae, and now she has to go to fairyland in order to rescue him. This was a lot of fun. Also, there is an amazing talking cat in here called Grimalkin. I think that's how you pronounce it, Grimalkin. She calls him Grim. He very much reminds me of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, and I loved it. So I gave this 4 stars, and I really can't wait to continue this series. I have also been listening to The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I'm currently on page 145, so about a third maybe of the way through for the 1,000 Doors Readathon. And then for Believathon, I have actually started my next challenge. So I have my book here. So last week I collected The Key by reading from the Mixed Up Files of Miss Basil E. Frankwheeler. I got The Fingerprints from reading Love, Sugar, Magic, A Dash of Trouble. I got The Scream from reading The Secret Garden. And this week I'm working on The Torn Page. So this says, the sound of paper tearing draws you to the library. Once inside, you notice there is no one there. But who is making the noise? You can barely go inside the library due to the amount of ripped books on the floor, and you wouldn't know where to begin searching for your next clue. A voice echoes through the library telling you the identity of the thief of the missing Maleficarium is written on one of the pages. In order to find the torn page, you must read a book with a supernatural element. And for that, I am reading, well, let me grab my cover because I took it off. I am reading Thresholds by Nina Kariki Hoffman. And this is about a girl named Maya whose family has just recently moved to Oregon from Idaho after her best friend passed away from cancer. And Maya's getting ready to go into 7th grade. And the night before school starts, a fairy flies into her room and curls up beside her and goes to sleep. And the next day, Maya is having a hard time believing that's even real, but she's got fairy dust on her, and there are certain people that recognize the smell of fairy dust, and she finds herself in a very interesting situation. This is a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm currently on page 156, so maybe 2/3 of the way through. I'm hoping I'll finish this today, but I don't know. Marty and I have a birthday party of one of his co-workers that we're going to be going to soon. And like, I think it starts in like 45 minutes, or we're leaving in 45 minutes. So I'll probably sit and read this for a little while, but I don't know how much reading I'll get done after we get back because, well, there's gonna be alcohol involved. Oh, as far as things not book related, on Thursday I'd been watching all these like TikTok videos of these different little challenge things, and one of them was it was like handing your husband a glass of water suspiciously and telling him to drink it. And so I totally did this with both Marty and then again later with Xander, and so I thought I'd show y'all those videos here. Here,
What?
I brought you water.
Why are you filming me?
Just drink it.
What's wrong with you?
I just thought you might be dehydrated.
Why?
Here, Xander.
No.
I got it for you.
No.
Just drink it.
No.
Why not?
Because you just went in there, stirred up something in water, and now you're filming it.
It's just water.
I'm good. No.
It's just water.
No.
I promise.
Why would you be like, drink the water right after I clearly stirred up the just water?
It's just water, I promise.
No. You want
It's just water.
it? Why would you do this?
I enjoyed doing that. That was actually a lot of fun. And I need to like find other funny challenges that I can do with them. Anyway, then yesterday was the Fierce Friday event for the virtual Y'all Fest thing, and so I did film a little clip from that. There was like a scavenger hunt thing, and that was fun. I watched all of that. Here's some clips from that.
Apologize. I am the author of The Fell of Dark. This is not an actual book. This is just a printout because I'm not at home. This is The Fell of Dark. It is a paranormal fantasy about a chaotic gay goofball named Augie Pfeiffer, who unfortunately for planet Earth might be the only thing standing between humankind and the vampire apocalypse. Augie lives in a town called Fulton Heights, which is a suburb of Illinois and is very boring, except that it is also home to a nexus of mystical energy fields that attract the undead. Augie generally thinks of vampires as a nuisance, but that is before the arrival of Jude Marlowe, an annoyingly hot vampire boy who comes to town with a dire warning. According to Jude, Augie is a key figure in an apocalyptic prophecy, and the problem is Augie doesn't know if he is destined to save humanity or destroy it.
Thank you, Caleb. Natalie, would you like to go next?
Sure, we'll stay on the vampire theme.
Yes.
I am Natalie C. Parker. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. You can find me on Twitter, but you're more likely to find me on Instagram, where my handle is NC Parker. My most recent project is Vampires Never Get Old, which is an anthology featuring 11 stories about vampires that I co-edited with my friend and colleague, Zoraida Cordova. We have contributions in here from some incredible authors, and our main goal was to expand the vampire canon to be much more inclusive. So yeah, that's my most recent one. My most recent solo project is the Seafire series, which is a post-apocalyptic sort of girl gang of pirates thing. So
It's great. Just say. Marie, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Marie Liu. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. And my latest book is Sky Hunter. And I am sorry that I am unable to bring my hardcover over because my toddler is asleep right now, and I can't sneak over in the office, which is right next door, to grab my hardcover. And I did not think to grab it. So here's my cover of Sky Hunter.
Melissa has one. Wait, Melissa to the rescue.
Oh, Mel, I love you.
Wait, smile, Mel.
Oh, Mel, I love you. Saving
cute.
my life always. Thank you, Mel. And anyway, so Sky Hunter is set 5,000 years in our future, but in a regressed society where a federation has taken over everything except for this one tiny country called Mara. And it follows this girl named Talon, who is an elite warrior defending Mara, and her found family that she has in her fellow
warriors, they're called strikers, and also this boy named Red, who she finds one day at the war front, and he is a prisoner of war, and they get off very much on the wrong foot, so it's very much a hate-to-love relationship, and she has to figure out whether he is someone that they can trust, or if he is their enemy, or if he is actually the weapon that they've all been waiting for.
Woohoo! All right, Melissa. Last but not least.
Right. I am Melissa Dela Cruz, and I wrote a vampire series called Blue Bloods. I was like, I'm getting in on the vampire party.
It's like weird. It's almost like someone designed this channel. It's bizarre.
I mean, what?
Crazy.
And I'm going back to the Blue Bloods series. The new novel called Blue Bloods: The Return is coming out July 2022. So look out for that. But I am actually on the panel for my new middle grade series called Never After, which follows a 12-year-old bookworm who's a fan of the Never After book series and discovers that the 13th and final book is not going to be published. And then and she can't read it, so she's very disappointed and very sad. But then instead kind of finds herself in the 13th adventure and goes to the land of Never After to defeat an evil ogress queen. So it's really fun, and it is actually based on the original fairy tale of Sleeping Beauty, which does include an ogre mother-in-law and bloodshed and all these terrible things. So that was a fun thing to discover when doing research on the book, and it's out December 1st.
Yay! Thank you all so much, you guys. All right, so let's dive into things. So let's get this started. Here is how the scavenger hunt is going to work. Each of our lovely authors is going to take turns naming an item. They will hold up an item. And then participants will have 30 seconds to go and run and collect each item if you have something in that category. When you successfully find 3 items, let us know via the chat function, and we will verify your items and then invite you up to share your items with us when you will get the chance to ask the authors a question. And without further ado, let's get started. Caleb, you kick us off.
All right, so the first item is a bookish tattoo, such as the one that I have here. I actually have a very extensive network of bookish tattoos. These are all actual, this is cover art from pulp novels from the mid-century. I collect pulp detective fiction, so I've got K is for Killer here. This is Curtains for the Editor. Apologies to my editor. There's Death in the Fifth Position. I have, Deadly Night Call up here on my shoulder. And then I think I've got one more, and I can't find it in there. T as in Trapped. That's this one. So it doesn't have to be on your skin, but if you know somebody who has a bookish tattoo and you can drag them to your camera, now is the time.
Okay, so the next item is a bookish mug. And the first one that I'm going to show off is this mug shaped like an octopus, which my best friend Julie Murphy gave me when I sold the Seafire series. So this was a congratulatory mug tied in to my seafaring pirate gang. But then also, it's another Seafire one. When it published, my editor sent me this mug with the Seafire cover on it. And
awesome.
Then here's a coaster.
Oh my God. With all the things.
Which a fan actually made, one for me and one for Zoraida. And it's been the most useful piece of clutter on my desk recently. So,
Hey everyone. Okay, so mine is a character bobblehead or pop Funko. So a very, very lovely reader once gave this to me. This is a tiny little Funko Emika Chen from Warcross, which is my gaming themed sci-fi series. And I love it because she's got all the details down even to Emika's little arm tattoos. And I also have this guy, which I picked up at the store because this is from Assassin's Creed, and I am a big-time Assassin's Creed fan, so this is Mr. Ezio Auditore.
Amazing. I love all this stuff. All right, guys, your 30 seconds starts now.
All right. So my item is a bookish item of jewelry. And you guys thought I was just wearing this scarf because I was cold, but actually it is because I am wearing the one ring to rule them all.
Amazing. Amazing.
I own this and wear it.
You're handling owning the one ring really well.
Yeah.
You.
You are doing a much better job than Sauron.
Take responsibility.
All right, guys, your 30 seconds, so you'll get a bookish piece of jewelry. Starts now. Do you have any other pieces of jewelry? Bookish jewelry?
I also have a Hogwarts pendant.
Of course, of course.
Don't wear it.
So, do you want to know a very funny piece of trivia? I made up all these items, and I was like, how am I ever going to come up with all of the items to list in this scavenger hunt? That's so hard. I took one scan around my bedroom and came up with every single item. So, I own everything on this list.
I was just a little attendee instead of a panelist. Like, I couldn't participate in the actual scavenger hunt because only the people who had bought the books from the authors, like right before the event, were able to participate. But I was able to just attend and watch. But I did, like, you know, try to find the stuff myself anyway, and I could find like almost everything in my library from that. It was fun. Alright, now I'm gonna go and read, and if I don't check in with you again today, I will talk to you tomorrow. So the first half of my day was pretty much spent in bed recovering from yesterday. Had a fun time. Did not finish reading my book yesterday. I finished reading it today, however, and I give Thresholds 4 stars. This is about a girl who, her best friend growing up dies of cancer, and then her entire family ends up moving across the country from Idaho to Oregon. And before her first day of school, a fairy flies into her room, and then the next day at school, this boy that seems very ill smells this fairy on her and kind of incubates an alien egg on her wrist. It's really interesting. It's a lot of fun, and you know, it's also her kind of getting over her grief, or not really getting over her grief, but going through her grief over her friend and starting to make some new friends. And I'm really looking forward to reading the next book. This was a lot of fun. I also continued listening to The Fifth Wave just a little bit, and I'm currently on page 189, so I only got like this much more listened to. Actually, I listened a lot farther, but I had fallen asleep at some point, and I kept going back trying to remember where I was, so I didn't really get very far. And I have some packages here to show you. So I've got some book mail, I've got some subscription boxes. So the first thing I have here is my Sipsby box. If you don't know, Sipsby is a monthly tea subscription. It's $15 a month. I'll link them and all of the stuff for them down below if you want to check them out. But you take a little quiz and they personalize a box just for you. So you're not going to get the same thing that everybody else gets. It's going to be just for the things you like. So these are my November teas, and you'll see it says made for Melanie. I get a variety of like loose leaf teas and tea sachets. Ooh, yum. I love pumpkin spice, like everything. These are tea drops. How many do we have? Looks like we have 3 of these little tea drops. And it's pumpkin spice. And the way the tea drops work is there's actually like a little block in the shape of like a heart or a flower or something. Anyway, you just drop that down into your hot water and it dissolves. So this one is high caffeine. Pumpkin spice tea drops captures everything we love about autumn and pumpkin pie. You're just a drop away from your perfect cuppa. 15% off with code SIPSBY15. Then we have this loose leaf tea. This is maple harvest tea, fall in a cup. And if y'all don't know, I love like fruity teas. I love the desserty teas, and so those are the ones that I tend to get a lot of. And if you get any loose leaf teas, they send you a little thing here with a bunch of disposable little tea bags. So this is by Still. And it says, contains caffeine. One sip of maple harvest tea will instantly transport you to a cool autumn morning. It's apple picking, cozy fires, hay rides, and everything you love about sweater weather. Yum! And then we have 4 of this Ticino roasted herbal tea, dandelion coconut. Interesting. Coconut and orange peel, accent roasted dandelion. I have no idea if I like dandelion teas or not, but coconut, cool. This says it's caffeine free. This caffeine-free blend contains dandelion root and other healthy herbs that provide antioxidants, minerals, and benefits to the liver with a delicious sweet coconutty flavor. Ooh, I might have to actually make one of these tonight. And then the last thing we have in here, we have 4 of these OT's Berry Blend, naturally caffeine and gluten-free. And they're little individual sachets as well. It looks like this. Oh, they smell really good. This is caffeine-free. This caffeine-free blend has flavor bursting with full-bodied forest fruits and blackberries. It is versatile and refreshing and can be enjoyed hot or cold. 15% off with code Sipsby15. Oh, the Maple Tea Harvest also has 15% off with code Sipsby15. And the Dandelion one has 20% off with code Sipsby Ticino, TEECCINO 20. Okay, I'm excited about all these because I think they're gonna taste delicious. I'm gonna leave one of these dandelion ones out to have tonight. Okay, now on to this book mail. I think these are from a giveaway that I won. Okay, this is the Infinity Courts by Akemi Dawn Bowman. It's also thicker than I thought. 465 pages. Let's see, this comes out April 2021. This says, Naomi Miyamoto is certain her life is just beginning. She has a great family, just graduated high school, and is on her way to a party where her entire class is waiting for her, including, most importantly, the boy she's been in love with for years. The only problem? She's murdered before she gets there. When Naomi wakes up, she learns she's in a place called Infinity, where human consciousness goes when physical bodies die. She quickly discovers that Ophelia, a virtual assistant wildly used by humans on Earth, has taken over the afterlife and is now posing as a queen, forcing humans into servitude the way she'd been forced to serve in the real world. Even worse, Ophelia is inching closer and closer to accomplishing her grand plans of eradicating human existence once and for all. As Naomi works with a team of rebels to bring down Ophelia and save the humans under her imprisonment, she is forced to reckon with her past, her future, and what it is that truly makes us human. And when I read the synopsis of this originally, it was not long after watching The Good Place with Sander, and if you haven't watched The Good Place, it's amazing. I highly recommend it. But if you have watched it, when I read this, I thought this is like if Janet just was like decided to take over everything, and that just was funny to me. Okay, next up we have Wilder Lore, The Accidental Apprentice by Amanda Foody, and this one is middle grade and it comes out in March 2021. This says, when Barclay accidentally bonds with a magical beast, he must set off on a quest in the mysterious woods to set things right in this funny and exciting adventure for fans of Nevermore and How to Train Your Dragon. The last thing Barclay Thorne ever wanted was an adventure. Thankfully, his apprenticeship to Dolshire's mushroom farmer doesn't leave much room for excitement. Until the day Barclay accidentally breaks Dolshire's most sacred rule, never, never stray into the woods, for within the woods lurks vicious magical beasts. To Barclay's horror, he faces a fate far worse than being eaten. He unwittingly bonds with a beast and is run out of town. Determined to break his bond and return home, Barclay journeys to seek help from the lore keepers, people who willingly bond with beasts and share their powers. But when Barclay discovers that his beast might not be so bad after all, he must make a difficult choice: return to the life he's always known, or embrace the adventure awaiting him. And I think this sounds amazing. And then last but not least, we have the Giving Tree box. I have to cover this up because my address is right here. But this box actually reached out to me to send me a box just so I could show it to you guys. And it's really, really interesting. So every month they'll send you like a link to a little questionnaire, and they customize each box to you each month. Here, I wanted to pull up this so I could tell you about the box a little bit. What is the Giving Tree? The Giving Tree is all about home, health, and heart. For years, we've helped others through charitable contributions by creating amazing products in our business and helping people take control of their own health. What people can expect. Every month, customers will receive several different products that cover an expanded range of things, from personal care, candles, chocolate or snacks, jewelry, books, and education, homemade crafts, and even some amazing items you may have never thought of. Each box will be catered specifically to their likes. What is the heart about? Every month, 10% of all sales will be donated to a charity. The charity will change monthly and even based on a specific box. Helping others are and will always be our top priority, and that will not stop with creating these boxes. All of the products come from small businesses that care about what they do and create as much as we do. And I just thought it sounded amazing, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So let's see what we got. Opening it up, and it looks like so. Okay, it looks like it is just packed with goodies. So we've got some Giving Tree box magnets here. Oh, one's a magnet and one's like a little vinyl sticker. We have a stroopwafel, which is like almost like a little cookie kind of thing with caramel in it, and it's really good. I've had these before. Then we have chipmunk, chocolate chipmunk cookie. Okay, so it's a cookie. And it says gluten-free, no added sugar, no artificial sweeteners, 2 net carbs, keto-friendly, and guilt-free. Okay, cool. It's vegan. Only 1 gram of sugar. And then we have Loon chocolate, 70% dark chocolate with roasted almonds. This is made in New Hampshire. Then, Simply Spa, pumpkin shake and go face mask. Huh, that's cool. So you just add 2 tablespoons of water to the bag, seal, shake, and then apply. And it comes with like a little spoon. I thought it was like a hot cocoa thing, but I have a feeling I'm going to be like wanting to eat my face with this on there. Oh, so many goodies in here. Like, oh, a lot of snacks. Okay, then we have Lemon Burst wheat and gluten-free cookie. Wow Baking Company. Made with natural ingredients. This is a big, fat cookie too. And it's, wow. Okay, so this cookie is like 180 calories. Oh, I was gonna say this one's only 150, but no, that's half the cookie. It looks like a big sugar cookie. And then we have Jessica's gluten-free chocolate chip granola. No trans fat, no cholesterol, non-GMO verified, made with certified gluten-free oats. Cool. Oh, some maple syrup. This is the Grant Family Pondview Maple Sugar House. And that's also in New Hampshire. And it's just in this cute little jug. Then what do we have here? Oh, it's another Simply Spa. It's a pumpkin pie body scrub. Let's open this and smell it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Mmm. Oh, that smells just heavenly. Then we have Brink's Bites. It looks like a little piece of chocolate. And then a fall leaf magnet. It's all glittery. Stick it here because it's pretty. There we go. And then we have some pure sugar candy. Oh, this is creamsicle candy cubes. They look like this. It's just a little hard candy. Oh, there's another Brink's Bites. Oh, this one's extra dark. Then we have a white pumpkin scented candle. Ooh. It smells nice, but it's also really pretty. It's got like little flower pieces and stuff in here. And it's got 2 wicks. It smells really nice. Oh, there's a smooth dark of the chocolates. There's still stuff in here. Oh my goodness. Microwave Pops Off the Cob Farmer's Popcorn Cob. Kansas grown. That is cool. So it's like an actual corn on the cob kind of thing. And I guess you microwave it in this. No. I don't know. I don't think you microwave it in this because the directions are inside. But I've never had popcorn popped off of a cob before. That's kind of neat. Okay, what else we got in here? We got some worms. And under the worms we have a few more things. So we have this little envelope that says the treasure chest. And then looks like we also have a coloring page. And this, it says adult coloring page, mountain range. The best view comes after the hardest climb. And let's see what's in the treasure chest here. Okay, we have just an advertisement for Loon Chocolate. Their website is loonchocolate.com. So the Simply Spa stuff is www.youroiltools.com/simply-spa. And I guess they have like oils and all kinds of stuff, including natural cleaning products. And you can save 10% off your order with promo code GivingTree. I think the little fall leaf thing here is this handmade with resin. They have an Etsy shop, Glass Fairies. So it's etsy.com/shop/glass fairies. And they have a 10% off their Etsy with code GivingTree. And then I'm not sure what thing this goes for, but nhcoffee.com. I don't think we got any coffee in here. Maybe it's just an ad for that. And that's everything that was in this envelope. So this month it looks like they're donating to OUR, our Operation Underground Railroad. We're committed to giving back to our community by donating to charities that are supporting a good cause. And you can like learn more about the charity. I'm trying to see, I can't remember what their prices are or if they told me. You get 10 plus items in the monthly box and 12 plus items in their seasonal box. Looks like all of the boxes are valued at over $80. And they offer free shipping in the United States on all their boxes. And it looks like the boxes start at $39.95 a month. So I think this is awesome. Like, I'm excited about trying out all of the pumpkin spa stuff and eating all of these goodies. Yum. Thank you so much, Giving Tree Box, for sending this to me, and I will link all the information down for this box in the description if you guys are interested. Oh, and I did figure out more things about how to work this. Like, you can tell it to tell you when you get messages from multiple different things. So I have, anytime my like SMS, regular text messages come through, Facebook messages, Snapchat messages, I get notifications for all that. And there's still so much left to learn on this watch, but I am really liking it, and I think it's very pretty. If y'all wanted to check that out, I'll also link that down below. But I guess that is all for this week. Let's see, completed 3 books and about half of another one. I got The Torn Page for Believathon by Reading Thresholds. And let's see, what's the next thing I have to get? The Crown. I'll get that next week. And I will continue with the 5th wave for the 1,000 Doors Readathon. And I will continue with that in next week's vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!